Welcome back to the Morning Wrap. I'm joined now by Lucy Walsh.
Hello. I'm really good. Thanks for having me.
I feel like everyone knows you. Actress.
Yes.
Singer.
Yes, all the things.
Songwriter.
And
you're
now,
actually a classical pianist as well, is that
I am.
right?
Yes.
That's pretty. Next time you come, we're going to bring in the piano and you can like
Get
tickle
it
the
in
keys
here.
a little bit.
Yes, please.
Now, you actually wrote a book.
I did.
About your amazing life thus far. I always have to say that because you're so young, you still have so much far to go, right?
Yes, we're both young, and look, it's really
Thank you.
about my grandparents' love letters from World War II. That's
wow.
how the idea started. My grandmother gave me the 63 remaining love letters, which I brought one today to show you.
Look at that.
They're so incredible, and I knew that they were very special, and I started asking questions of my grandparents, and my grandfather died of Alzheimer's before I really got a chance to speak to him. And that scared me, and I think my trauma response was to start asking questions of all my loved ones because I didn't know where Alzheimer's would strike next. And that led me to sitting with my grandmother for 3 days in her nursing home when she was 97 and interviewing her about her life.
Wow.
And this book, Remember Me as Human, is the story of those 3 days that I spent with her. And what started as asking questions about the letters really became this master class in being human, because she endured so many hardships, so she made so many mistakes. I don't know if I believe in mistakes, but you know, in the course of her life. But her message and the title of this book is about embracing those parts of us that we would rather not share, because in that vulnerability is our humanity, and that's what keeps us going, wouldn't you say? You know,
I think so.
We're all trying to be so perfect all the time, and it's not good for us.
I'm so glad that you spoke with her when she was 97 because you have such a great perspective then, right? Looking back at your life and seeing things differently now that they weren't mistakes.
That's right. That's why. Sorry to
Oh,
interrupt.
no, go ahead,
It's just so important to me that like this is such an important read for all of us. This is not just my story. It's not just about my grandmother. It's for everybody who reads it, because we all have this in common. We're all aching to know who we are and to make sense of that. And it's in looking to our ancestors and our relatives, our loved ones, that we find that. And so everybody can learn from this story. It's for each of us.
And it helps us make sense of the present.
Of ourselves and what's going on in our lives.
Right?
Exactly.
What was the most surprising thing you learned speaking with her about her life?
Well, you know, we got into some pretty heavy stuff. This book is very funny because she was very funny, but it's also very dark. There's a lot of family issues that come up, and I learned a lot about forgiveness and empathy and compassion and mercy. It really surprised me.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at the photos right now. It's such an amazing journey. I can't wait to read the entire book. Let's talk about your father as well, because this is so interesting. I heard a quote from you just the other day when you were doing an interview on the book tour, and you were saying that no fame is perfect, and that it's all just crazy. And you have you have a unique perspective on that part of life already so far. Can you elaborate a little bit on that? Because everyone thinks, oh, you're famous, your life is wonderful, everything's great. It's not always true, is it?
Well, I'm here to debunk that, and I really stand for having these conversations about the reality of humanity. We are all the same on a soul level. It doesn't matter if you're famous or have changed the world or haven't changed the world, like my grandparents. They didn't do anything spectacular, but they lived, and that is enough. And I really think that growing up in such a famous family gave me this very important perspective on what it means to be human. And I want to talk about that because assigning magical qualities to fame is depressing on the outside, and it's lonely on the inside. And I stand for ripping down those velvet ropes that separate us and coming together on a human level.
Well, really quickly before we go, tell us about your fame. What's the next project we're going to see you in? Everyone loves seeing you on the screen.
I've been turning this story into a film based on my grandparents' letters as well. So we are moving towards pre-production on that in the next year or so. And that's what's next, the film.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we will read the book now in anticipation of the film.
Exactly.
And hopefully hear much more and see you much more in the future.
Yeah,
Come
thank you
back,
so
please,
much for
and
having me.
let's listen to you sing.
Absolutely.
We'll talk about learning how to sing and all that too.
Yeah,
I know
I'll
that's
give
an interesting
lessons.
story. I'm there for it. We'll do it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.